Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Tristan Claridge and I'm the president of the new International Social Capital Association, which we refer to as ISCA, just its abbreviation. I'm joined here today by a number of the directors as well, who I'll introduce when we get to it. And of course, this association is only possible due to the large number of people who have contributed extensively over the years. People who have attended our webinars, people who have got involved in discussion groups, people who have now joined committees and are volunteering their time to progress the association. So what we'll do in this session is I'll talk a little bit about ISCA, run through the vision and the purpose and the values and culture of this new association that we've set up. Then I'll introduce the current executive team. Then I'll talk a bit about membership, and I'll actually show you the website and show you the different membership types and the different membership fees and how you might go about gaining membership, as well as talking about the fee waiver program that we're also offering. And then we'll talk about how you might be able to get involved. So the committees that we currently have established, our plans and hopes for special interest groups and maybe even regional groups down the line. And also the AGM, which will be held in September each year. And members are able to vote in the AGM. And of course, members are also able to nominate for positions in the executive committee as well. So ISCA is a society that is registered in New Zealand. We're obviously an international society, but we needed to register somewhere. So we decided to register here in New Zealand because that's where I'm based. And it's just a place where we can have the entity formally registered. So it's governed by a board of directors that are elected by and from its members. And the board are all volunteers. None of us are paid. We all work towards the progress of the association. And that's how we're run. We try and run it very democratically. So ISCA is an international, non-profit, democratically governed, member-based association, and we're governed by a constitution. The constitution is linked from the website. You simply go to the governance page on the website and you'll be able to click through and read the constitution. It's quite a long document, but it outlines all of the rules by which we operate as an association. So our vision for the association is a world where social capital and its outcomes are valued, researched, and enabled amongst all peoples so they may benefit from human sociability and connectedness. So this is a very broad vision we have where we see the role of social capital being very beneficial in really all aspects of life. And this is something that we would like to work towards. And our mission then is a bit more specific, is to advance the research on and the application of the social capital concept for the benefit of all. So that's what we're overall looking to achieve. And we've developed a number of aims that we can work towards to progress that mission and towards that vision. So the first is to advance the scholarship of social capital through development and clarification of conceptual and methodological approaches. So we see a role here for people being able to come together, the international community, to work on these kinds of issues to help everybody. You know, we hear from a lot of people who are a bit lost and confused, and there's so much ambiguity in the concept, and the association may be able to play a role in furthering that. We want to improve the usefulness and the practical application of the social capital concept to increase its impact for the benefit of everyone. So when there is ambiguity and lack of clarification and it's difficult to use, the concept may not be quite as useful as it could be. We think the international community through this association can work towards improving that usefulness so that we can apply the concept both in research and in practical applications as well with more impact. Working towards our overall mission. We'd like to cultivate a thriving global community focused on social capital research and practice. This is something that we're well underway in doing. We already have really a thriving community, but really by providing the structure of the association, more people will be able to get involved in a more structured way. And this is a really important part of being able to achieve our other aims if we can really develop this kind of community. We would also like to be a trusted and accessible source for social capital theory, research, practice, and policy advice. So there's a lot of information out there. We'd like to be able to compile some of those resources and develop resources and become this trusted and accessible is really important as well, source for this information. We'd like to make information about social capital research and practice widely available. So we'd like people to be able to access it easily in a way that they can easily understand and be able to apply that practically. We'd like to engage in activities, projects, and programs related to social capital with the potential for revenue generation. Because if the association can generate some revenue, then we're able to achieve more things, more of these aims, and to progress our mission. So we're not just going to be a member-based association where our only revenue is from memberships. We'd like to see the possibility of also conducting projects and programs that may actually further our mission, but also potentially generate some revenue as well. So all of these aims really are quite general, kind of broad things we'd like to achieve in time. None of these things are going to happen immediately. We'd like to then return or disperse some of the surplus value, varied types of capital towards initiatives aligned with the organization's vision and values. So there's a lot of things that we can do to redistribute any sort of value that the organization produces towards furthering our overall mission and working towards our vision. And we'd also like to facilitate opportunities to publish, present, and promote social capital research and practical applications. So we're already doing this to some extent through our webinar series where people are able to present, but we'd like to look at how we can expand on that and also provide opportunities for publishing, potentially through a journal, potentially through reports or articles on a website. There's opportunities here we can do to facilitate these kinds of opportunities. And of course, in line with our other aims, this would be open access, so it's widely available for everybody in the world. So these are the values that we outlined that we would like to operate by: inclusivity, connection, support, service, integrity, excellence, pluralism, sustainability, and giving. A lot of these align with the general philosophies of social capital, and we believe these are the really important ones that allow us to welcome everybody, to develop an effective and supportive community, to respect different perspectives and values, and of course work towards sustainability as well. We felt it was important also to specify our culture, the things we would like to develop in our culture as we go along, not just our values. And so we identified these things as well. Our values, our aims and our values and our culture, all of these are available on the website, and they're actually enshrined in our constitution as well. So we see these things as being very important. So the current board of directors was elected at a founding meeting in December 2021, so December last year. And it's taken us, well, just about 6 months to get the association set up. You know, we had to establish bank accounts and fill out forms and do a range of different things. So it's taken a little bit of time for that to happen, but we're now at the position where we've been able to launch, we've built the website, and membership is now open. So all of these office holder positions will be re-elected at the first annual general meeting, that's AGM, in September of this year. In the constitution, it states that these first elected positions, the current office holders, only hold their positions until that first AGM, and then all the office holder positions are re-elected. So the current board of directors then, I'm the president of the association currently. Jacob Spunker is the vice president. Ramu Bishwakama is the secretary. Rick Mask is the treasurer. Emily Pitts is a director, Marion Cornish is a director, and Garrett Shishi is also a director. Many of the directors are here in the session, those who are awake at this time of day at least. So welcome all of you. So membership, as I mentioned, is now open. And in fact, if you join between now and the first AGM in September, then you'll be a founding member. Founding member is an important title if you think about in years' time. Looking back, if you're a founding member of this association, it's something that's quite significant. It indicates that you supported the association when it was growing, when perhaps didn't have a huge amount to offer in terms of benefits for members, and you really got in there and you were a part of something as it was building and growing. Our membership fees are tiered by country to ensure that membership is accessible for everyone. And these tiers are based on the World Bank country income levels. So if I just bring up the website, this is the Join Now page. So you can access this from the drop down here, Join Us and Join Now. There's other information there about why you might want to join the association as well. So we have two main membership classes. We have individual members and we have organizational members. Under the individual members, there's a range of different classes you might like to choose from. And there's different tiers, as I mentioned, based on the country income level. So a quick way for you to find what your income level, what your tier is from this drop down, simply select the country that you live in. So Angola is a low income country, and it automatically changes just to display the low income country rates and tiers there. If you lived in Australia, and you'll see that changes to the high income country rate. So it's a quick and easy way for you to find which country, what tier your country is. So these are the different categories for individual membership. Individual is our regular sort of normal membership for anyone over 18 years of age. Supporter is also another level, which is giving extra. You can see that the rate per year is double. And if you wanted to support the association on a regular basis with some additional financial resources, then you could choose the supporter category. We also have categories for student and retired people, and you can see that that's significantly less money per year. And there's also the one-time lifetime payment, which is just one large amount once, and then you remember for the rest of your life. So if I just take you back to the overall tiers, you can see that for low-income countries, the rates are significantly less. We don't want money to be a barrier for anyone to become a member of the association. So if you need some sort of a discount or a fee waiver, there's an opportunity down here to apply for that. And the form asks for details about your financial hardship or the reason why you're requesting a discount. And we really don't want money to be a barrier. We want everyone to be able to access the association and the benefits of being a member. So if I just click through on one of these, so you would just simply select, I'm going to select individual high income country, because in New Zealand, that's what it would be for me. And this is the membership application form. So if you have any questions about membership, you can email membership@intersocialcapital.org. The email address is here at the top. And the chair of our membership committee will be able to answer any of your questions. We have the first part here is the access details. So you can log into the website. So you would select a username, put in your email address and select a password. There is space here for you to make an additional donation if you would like to. And that would be, of course, quite welcome and go towards supporting the organization. That would be a one-off donation. It wouldn't be added to your membership every year. It would just be the first time. Then your personal details. We also select ask you for a few private details as well. These are not displayed anywhere. These are kept private. This is simply so that we can report on our membership, how many of our members are of different genders and different ages. Payment options further down here for credit card, and you can automatically renew if you would like. If you can't pay by credit card for any reason, then please get in touch with the membership contact, and we might be able to organize an alternative method of payment if that's the case. I know some people who pay through their organization, through their institution, may not be able to pay with a credit card. If that's the case, please get in touch. And then you can read the Constitution. Of course, becoming a member, you would need to abide by the rules of the Constitution. So you can click here to read that and review. And of course, you would need to tick to agree to the terms and conditions. So if I just go back, I'll show you the organizational membership tiers. So again, they're tiered by country level. There's three main categories: the community-based organization, the institutional, so this is for educational and government institutions and other non-profit entities, with a revenue that's greater than $500,000. If you're a non-profit and your revenue's less than that, then you would be selecting the community-based organization. And there's also the corporate levels as well. We've deliberately made the community-based organizations free, or you can choose to pay a small fee. So that this is accessible. You know, these community organizations, they're social enterprises, they're non-profits, they're already doing good in the world. We don't want to ask them to pay money towards the association. We'd really like to support them. And that's why that membership tier is free. So with each of these levels, you get the organizational membership. You also get, if you like, a seat. So here it indicates that the community-based organization gets 1 individual membership. The institutional gets 3, and the corporate gets 5, and that allows the organization to then have individual members that are under that membership type. I'll also just show you what it looks like when you're logged into your account. I'll just show you my account. You can access your account from up the top in the navigation under account. So this is my membership. You can see that I'm an individual member. My renewal date. I can edit my profile, change my password, update billing information, and you can see the payments that I've made. So my membership is $75 US per year, but because I'm in New Zealand, I've also paid goods and services tax, so just a little bit more than that. From here, you can edit your profile. I'll just show you how that works. What you can do is you can choose to hide yourself from the member directory if you would like. If you don't want to appear, then you would simply tick that box to hide from the member directory. You can fill in your details. You can upload a profile photo, and the rest of the details you filled in on the original application form are there for you to edit whenever you need to. Of course, you would update the profile at the bottom. So that's really it in terms of running you through the membership form and process. When I get to the end, we can have questions if you have any questions about this. So in terms of getting involved, we have already established a number of committees. The established committees are listed on the right-hand side here. Each of these committees is currently chaired by a director. That's how we're doing things originally, but down the line, potentially other members of the association could be chairs of these committees, and we might identify other committees that are also necessary to establish. And these committees are simply small working groups that are responsible for specific areas of the association's operations. Down the line, we'd really like to establish special interest groups because our members have such diverse interests, and we want to acknowledge these strengths and enhance the cohesion of the association and promote and advance the research and application of social capital in these diverse areas. And we feel the best way to do that is to establish these special interest groups. So that's something we're going to look to do in the short to medium term. We also think there's an opportunity to establish regional representatives or groups as well, because we have people located all over the world in at least 130 different countries, diverse backgrounds and cultures and languages. We think it would be a good idea to develop some of these sort of regional groups or regional focuses, potentially, particularly around different languages as well, so that we can have events perhaps in Spanish or Portuguese and other languages. And another way to get involved is to attend the AGM, which will be in September. And if you're a member, then you're eligible to vote. And as I mentioned as well, submissions for nominations for the office holder positions will also be available in a couple of months' time for that AGM. I feel like I've forgotten something, probably the member survey. We currently have a member survey that's up where we're asking you to go through a survey of about 10 or 15 minutes and just let us know what your interests are, what you would like from the association, so that we can get a better idea of where we should be putting our efforts in. And we'll post the link to that survey in the chat so that you can fill it out. So questions and discussion. I'll just stop the recording.